We've decided that we're going to get out of the house. The kids have been pretty well behaved and it's time to get them out. So we're going to take one last trip and kind of explore, do a little bit of hiking, I guess walking on Mount Charleston. And crazy if you can't tell.
Get you!
And we're also going to take a drive down the strip one last time in the evening with the lights and stuff. While things are still buttoned down and most places aren't quite open just yet, it's kind of a cool experience, a little eerie, but we're gonna check it out.
Guys, the countdown is on. 5 days, 23 hours, 8 minutes, and 7 seconds before we take off to Oklahoma. Today we're supposed to get our cabinets. It's been quite the challenge. We talked about before how everything was sailing along just smoothly. Well, today's our first little hiccup with our cabinets. They were supposed to be delivered about 3 weeks ago, and then it was 2 weeks, and it was Monday. Now here it is Saturday, and it's supposed to be delivered today. So they bring them, and not at all what we ordered. I told Cassandra, she was kind of upset about her cabinets because it's kind of one of the things she's really looking forward to. And I said, well, at least they were delivered today, not delivered today, because now we have everything set straight and gonna hopefully get them Wednesday before we move. And at least they didn't show up on Wednesday or Thursday right when we're moving, and they didn't have time to redo them. So fingers crossed that our cabinets will be delivered and correct, and everything will be fine with that. Despite all that, 72-year-old Papa, whose birthday is
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. He'll be 72 tomorrow, so Sunday. Working hard for us, got out there and found out where the...
I think he's having more fun than anything.
Yeah, he says, what does he say? We're guinea pigs. We're his guinea pigs. I don't know what that means, but we're his guinea pigs.
It works.
I'll accept guinea pig. Anyway, he got out there and he dug around and found where the septic tank is. Was able to clear off some of the dirt off the top of that and look down inside, and everything's great. He says that it looks good. He found the lateral lines where they're going down the hill there, and the intake where we'll connect from the house to the septic tank. He found where that's at. I think he's going to go back out again tomorrow on his birthday. I think he said he wanted to go back out and just do some more work. You know, he's just excited. He's getting our site ready for where we're going to build the house. He's already messed with the well and the electric. He's going to do something with that. But a lot of good things going on for us out there with my mom and dad. And as you can see, there's the septic tank there that he dug out, and just looking down on the bottom of it. Yeah, and he said everything looks great, good to go. He's took some water samples to take to see if what the water quality is, see what we got to do if there's anything wrong with it. And that's our building site up there on top that he's kind of cleared out and made kind of level so that we have a good place to pour our pillars. And then there's the top. That's up on the pad actually where the intake for the septic is. So that's where we'll tie into the septic tank from the house. We want to just kind of give you a glimpse of what our floor plan looked like. We're going with a really simple design, minimal walls that we have to build, you know, minimal plumbing, everything's going to be close together. Electrical is going to be kind of streamlined. I'm not an electrician or a plumber, but you can learn a lot on YouTube and books if you're willing to educate yourself. So we've done a lot. The left side of the house there, we're gonna put the 2 kids' rooms. The size of those will be about 7.5 feet by 12 feet. Just a simple design. The doors, I think we're gonna do something cool with the design on the doors. A lot of things you probably see nowadays in houses is a barn door construction for those 2 doors, and then again for our bedroom door we'll do the same thing. Our living area there with the kitchen area in the middle, you can see where there is going to be an island. That's a 6-foot island by 3 feet. So we'll have the standard 12-inch cabinets with a 12-inch overhang. You can see where those chairs are there, so that you know, we have a place to sit down and eat, because we don't really have room. Most of these shed homes or tiny homes really don't have a room for a table on the inside. So, but we're gonna, off the front of the house, we're gonna build a pretty good sized deck if it works out with the land. If not, we're gonna build one off the back for sure.
I want more outdoor living space. I want to force us out of the house.
Yeah, it's kind of the whole point of doing all this, is to be out of the house and be outside, have the kids, you know, actually get dirty every once in a while. It's going to be kind of nice to have dirt under the fingernails and get some of that good antibodies built up from playing in the dirt and growing our own food, you know, because you can tell by looking at me, I'm not the healthiest person in the world, but you know, a lot of that is attributed to just sedentary lifestyle, living in the city, all work, you know, no play, just chasing our tails still. And so we want to get out and raise our own food, you know, without all the chemicals and junk that you get at the grocery store. So processed nastiness. So we recognize that that's an issue. It's been not only us, but everyone in the world, basically, at least in the U.S.
And we've attempted to make living here work with doing the container gardens with the 5-gallon pails. Yeah, we had tons of peppers and tomatoes, and it was a challenge.
Challenge in the desert to grow lettuce, I'll tell you.
We had some chickens in the garage.
Don't tell anybody. We had quail, you know, quail eggs. If you're in urban, if you have to be in a city somewhere and you want fresh eggs, you can grow some quail. They're fairly quiet. If you keep the amount that you have down to just what you need, you know, it's a fairly easy process to do. But we have a family of 5, and we need more than just a dozen quail eggs to feed our family. So
it worked, but it definitely wasn't ideal for the animals themselves either. I mean,
no, we don't like cage things, so we did it for a while. But you know, I think that was one of the things that really pushed us to be out on some land, is just to be able to raise our own food, you know, we know what it is.
Well, and especially, like, I mean, we've kind of gotten over the corona and the isolation period here in Las Vegas, but then the riots and protesting and all that started up, and we were just at the grocery store, or actually you were at the grocery store this week. I was at work, and they were rushing everybody out of the store and barricading both sides of the doors with pallets of water.
Kids were scared to death. They didn't know what was going on. And it just made me feel, you know what, we cannot get out of the city fast enough. And I'm sure, you know, and it's not just where we're at, it's major cities across the U.S. And so...
And I understand there's going to be obstacles everywhere we go, but these aren't the things that we want our children to be exposed to. Like, the fear that was in them and the questions that we received, it really, really hurt me and kind of broke my spirit.
Very hard to explain some of these tough questions to these kids of ours. So
And then we've got one that's super inquisitive and wants to know all the
everything.
What ifs? What if this happens? What if? And so, what if they come and they start a fire? How do we get out of the house? And it's just things they don't need to be thinking about.
What you doing over here?
Trying to pack stuff. I'm at the point where I'm just randomly putting stuff in boxes, so it's just the little stuff that I find here and there. So hopefully we can get this all finished today.
What are you doing?
Packing and getting the bathroom clean.
Oh, wow, you got a mess. I hope it's not this big of a mess later.
I got all the cabinets.
Oh, good job.
And these. This one doesn't open.
Yeah, no, that one doesn't open.
And that one.
Wow, I'm so proud of you. Thank you. You're doing a good job. Keep up. Keep at it.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. Bye.